What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I'm going to tread lightly on this topic, okay? Because Drakeo The Ruler was taking over the game in Southern California. I heard some of his rap music. Is really not my style, but I respected the fact that the guy went to jail, he came back out, he was hot, he had LA completely popping, he was the biggest thing in LA at the time in this generation, and he had a hell of a fan base. So I can respect that, and he was popping. A lot of that had to do though with some of the beefs that he had, particularly with, Inglewood, particularly with some other people. Remember, he called Inglewood Ingleweird, YG. But his brother, Ralphie the Plug, has filed a lawsuit against Live Nation because it was the concert that he was killed in December that the bouncers did not protect him. Okay? And I saw, he got stabbed in the neck. I seen him when he was on the ground and stuff like that. It was really sad. He recently had a funeral and things like that. And again, these people should not even have been backstage. All right. And they should have protected him. However, I really want to talk about what's not being talked about is that Drakeo The Ruler had a song dissing the entire city of Inglewood. All right. He had a little, Instagram post, talking about, calling out people, calling out YG, but a whole bunch of diss songs, a whole bunch of IG lives. And here's what I'm going to say. Because a lot of times we talk about what happened and we don't look at the fact that, and I talk about this in the case of FBG Duck. And I know his mother is aware of my channel. A lot of those things, those beefs, Chicago rappers, it's safe to say that if those guys were not involved in some of those things that they had going on in their music, and for talented artists like Drakeo The Ruler, FBG Duck, talented enough that they don't need to do that, I would bet you that we're not talking about them like in the past tense. They're still here. They're still gonna be here. And a lot of times what we're missing is that ultimately, based on the city that Drakeo lived in, based on some of the things he had going on in his music, there was going to be opposition out there. And I get what you're talking about with the failure to protect the late rapper and all that stuff. And they probably would win that lawsuit. But it was also his fault. Or not his fault, but it was his family's fault. Or people who was, let's say like counseling him to be like, yo, bro, this is a dangerous city. If you go out there and diss the whole entire city of Inglewood, and Inglewood is deep. I mean, my brother lives in Inglewood. Inglewood is an affluent area, but at the same time, Inglewood ain't no punk either. It's like dissing the whole entire city of Compton. Somebody is gonna have, that don't have nothing to live for, is gonna come and try to see you. Like, again, Drakeo is a hot rapper. He's transitioning, let's say, for example, of him, I don't know if it's the Stink crew that he's rocking with. These guys are transitioning maybe from where they was in life to another level. Now they the ones that got something to lose. You the ones getting the big concerts. The dudes that you talking about, especially if you mention the whole city, they don't got nothing to lose no more. So it's nothing for them to try to come and get at you or shoot you. They don't care that it's being recorded. They ain't got nothing to live for. You the one got something to live for. And at the same time, where was the consultation? If it was, I don't know. But we gotta look at, for the young brother, hey bro, why were these people wanting to get at you from this perspective? And the reality is that people have to also, as much as I believe he's gonna win this lawsuit, we gotta look at some of these rappers we're just talking about in their music and how that you need to protect yourself. Because there are gonna be times where folks can't protect you and what you're talking about. There are many drill rappers right now that are dead, A lot of rappers died last year, and it wasn't robberies. It was straight up killings. A lot of that has to do with what they were saying in their lyrics, who they dissed. We could even talk about Mo3. Mo3 was a talented rapper. Like, I'm finding out about some of these guys as they died, unfortunately. God was talented. Probably one of the best rappers I've ever heard in the last few years with his style, his flow. Guy's not here right now. Wanna know why I think he's not here? Some of the issues he had in his music. This person got shot and this person, whatever. Like, we don't want to talk about that, but a lot of guys have to protect themselves with their lyrics. And then where are the people saying, like, and one thing I like about, the brother Nipsey Hussle and his management team, even though he ended up getting killed. He ended up getting killed by a sucker, right? But Nipsey Hussle was able to go all through Los Angeles, okay? Because Nipsey Hussle and his management team said, listen, you can be, and Big U, shout out to him, because Big U is a OG from the 60s. Perfect. You can do whatever you can rep 60s and not disrespect nobody else. That allowed Nipsey to go everywhere he wanted to go. Everywhere. So much so, he had a free pass all over LA. Even from what I understand, even the Gangsta Crip cars, the Hoovers, East Coast, but 8-Trade gangsters, they wouldn't touch him. See, Nipsey Hussle was able to still do his music without calling out somebody else, especially where you live at. Especially for guys who want to get their name out there. That's all somebody wanted to be able to come out there and say, I killed Cuz or I killed Blood. And these rappers are dying for nothing. There is a way to do this music thing without, disrespecting, the Treetop Pyru or something, or Fruit Town. Where you got to go across the street to go to certain places. I used to live in Treetop Pyru on Poplar Street. At the time, in the 90s when I lived there, you can go across Rosecrans, go to Fruit Town. You can't do that no more though. You don't know when somebody looking at you, somebody got a problem with you, somebody gonna shoot you. You don't know. And these young black men, somebody gonna make you accountable for what you're talking about. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Or we appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.